In this video, I'm going to show you how to sew the scarf so that you can interchange it in case you want to change up Lololoka's look from one day to the next. So wrap the scarf that you have around your polar bear, and I like to make the intersection of the scarf somewhere off to the side instead of the middle. But that's just personal preference. And actually, come to think of it, it doesn't matter since we're just going to be sewing these two ends together and you're going to be able to just slip it on and off and do what you'd like. So let's just make sure that the scarf does intersect in some manner. And then you're going to take a look at what color yarn is on top of the intersection point of where you want to sew it. So in this case for me, it's going to be blue, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to sew it in orange so that you can easily see what I'm about to do. So I'm going to hold on to that intersection point and then stick my needle under both sides of the scarf somewhere and pull it through until I have at least a 4-inch yarn tail left. Then I'm going to pick some other point, not exactly the same hole, but something that's at least one piece of yarn over from it, and then put the needle through both layers of the scarf again and pull tight, but not too tight. If you keep pulling too tight, you're going to lose your yarn tail. Then I want to secure it, so I'm just going to put it through exactly the same spot that I originally put the needle. I'm going to do that a total of maybe 2 or 3 times, basically until I feel confident. And actually at this point, since I've already marked the intersection point, I don't even need to keep the scarf on the polar bear. It's a little easier to work with when I don't have to worry about that. I'm just going to do it one last time because I want to be super secure. Can't lose that scarf. Okay, when you're done, both yarn tails should be coming out of the same side of the scarf, should be the back side of the scarf. And now we're just going to tie a knot with the 2 yarn tails, like so. Then we are going to cut the other yarn tails, and actually I'll just do that at the end. I'm just going to do my lazy way, which is thread both yarn tails through the needle. And I'm gonna weave in the yarn tails on the back side of the scarf so that you won't see it when the scarf is on Lololoka. So I'm just arbitrarily putting my needle under some amount of yarn on the back side of the scarf. I would try to get it through, I'd say at least 6 pieces of yarn, just to be safe. And I recently learned a new way of doing this, which is instead of turning back around, you can actually just put your needle under the last piece of yarn one more time and then keep on going in the same direction. Again, I would say for another like 6 pieces of yarn as well. When you feel like you've woven in the yarn tails enough, just take your scissors and cut those yarn tails as close to the scarf as possible. And then you are ready to put this on Lola. Ta-da!